Hi students, welcome to my channel. In last class we discussed the polarization topic in wave optics chapter. Now today in polarization chapter only we can discuss about the methods of producing the polarized light. Yes, no, methods of producing the polarized light. Methods. What are the methods to produce a plane polarized light? Yes, no, we can say methods of producing a plane polarized light. How we can produce the polarized light means there will be different methods of producing the polarized light. One is polarization by reflection. First method is polarization by reflection. Okay, we can produce the plane polarized light by reflection. Second one, we can produce the polarized light by refraction. Polarization by refraction. Okay, polarization by refraction. Third method, we can produce the polarized light by scattering. Scattering method. Same way, we can produce the polarized light by double refraction. Double refraction. These are the four methods we can use it to produce the plane polarized light. Already people know polarization by reflection. When light travels from one medium to the another medium, it rebounds to the same medium. Means when a ray of light is going to be incident on the surface of the another medium, it rebounds to the same medium. That one we are going to call as what? Reflection. Refraction is what? Refraction means when light travels from one medium to the another medium is going to be changes the path. Scattering is polarization by scattering. Same way polarization by double refraction. These are the four methods used to produce the polarized light. Is a plane polarized light. In our syllabus we are going to discuss about the polarization by reflection. Is a polarization by reflection. Now, in polarization by reflection, what you are going to do means I am going to take one reflecting medium. Reflecting and refracting medium means I am going to take a medium. This is the medium. Okay? Polarization by reflection. I am going to take a medium. When I am going to take a medium, for this medium I am going to draw a normal. Yes, I am going to draw a normal. I am going to draw. This is the I am going to draw a normal. I am going to take this is M-O-N. This normal I am going to take what? M-O-N. Now in this medium, what I am going to do means I am going to incident a unpolarized light. Yes, I am going to incident a unpolarized light. So here unpolarized light means what? It has both parallel components and perpendicular components. Means both electric and magnetic vibration. This is what? Unpolarized light I am going to incident. This is the incident aroma. Okay, this one we are going to call it as what? For normal and the incident ray we are going to call it as what? Angle of incidence. Angle of incident. When I am going to incident a ray of light, what will happen? The part of the light is going to be reflected back to the same medium and part of the light is going to transmit it. That's a part of the light is going to be get transmitted. Here, this angle we are going to call it as what? Angle of reflection. This angle we are going to call it as what? Angle of refraction. This is an angle of refraction. In this one, what will happen? Polarization by reflection. This is polarization by reflection. First, we are going to incident the ray from lesser angle. Means first I am going to take increase the angle from 0 to maximum. I am going to change this from 0 to maximum. 0 to maximum. How we are going to conclude that this reflected light will be polarized. Yes, reflected light will be polarized. Means that will be simple method. I am going to incident the unpolarized light. What will happen? Part of light is going to reflect and part of the light is going to be reflected. Here intensity I am going to take I. Okay, I am going to take the intensity of light, it will be I. What will happen when I am going to incident a ray of light? Yes, I am going to incident a ray of light. Okay. Okay, when I am going to increase the angle from 0 to maximum, yes, increase the angle from 0 to maximum, what will happen? The intensity of the reflected light is going to start decreasing at a particular angle is going to become I by 2. Yes, at a particular angle is going to become I by 2. Then we can say here intensity will be I. Here it will be I by 2. Means what will happen? One type of vibration completely observed. Yes, completely observed at particular angle of incidence. Here the intensity of the reflected light is going to become I by 2. We can say the reflected light will be polarized. Yes, the reflected light it will be polarized. That particular angle of incidence we are going to call it as what? Polarizing angle. Yes, we are going to call it as what? Polarizing angle. Clear? Clear? Yes, a simple one. Polarization by reflection. We are going to incident a unpolarized light. Part of light will be reflected, part of it is going to be reflected. The intensity will be I. When I am going to observe the intensity of the reflected light, yes, I am going to observe the intensity of the reflected light by increase the angle of incidence. Yes, by increase the angle of incident. At a particular angle of incident, the intensity of the reflected light is going to become I by 2. Yes, the intensity of the reflected light is going to become I by 2. When it is going to become I by 2, here we can say one type of vibrations are going to be completely observed. Therefore, we can say that light will be reflected light, it will be polarized light. Yes, no, reflected light it will be polarized light. When the reflected light it will be polarized light, it having only one type of vibration. It has only perpendicular vibration. This one is what? This is partially polarized. This is partially polarized light. This is polarized light. Yes, sir. This is polarized light. Clear? Simple. ಏನು ಇಲ್ಲ ನಾವು ಒಂದು ray of light ನ ಇನ್ಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ angle of incident ನ 0 ಇಂದ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಂಗಿಲ್ಲ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇರೋ ರಿಫ್ಲೆಕ್ಟೆಡ್ ಲೈಟ್ ನ ನಾವು ಇಂಟೆನ್ಸಿಟಿ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಇಂಟೆನ್ಸಿಟಿ ಹೈಯೆಸ್ಟ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಇಲ್ಲೇನಾದ್ರು ಇಂಟೆನ್ಸಿಟಿ I by 2 ಆಗೋದಾಗ ನಾವೇನ್ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು? ಆವಾಗ ರೇ ಆಫ್ ಲೈಟ್ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಪೋಲರೈಸ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಇಯರ್ಸ್ 2 ಟೈಪ್ ಆಫ್ ವೈಬ್ರೇಷನ್, ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಮ್ಯಾಗ್ನೆಟಿಕ್ ವೈಬ್ರೇಷನ್, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಪ್ಯಾರಲಲ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಪರ್ಪೆಂಡಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ವೈಬ್ರೇಷನ್. One vibrations are going to be stops means intensity is going to become off. Then it will be when we are going to restrict the vibration will be particular only one plane. Yes, restricted to only one plane. That one we are going to call as what? Polarized light. This is the method of producing the polarization by reflection. Yes, polarization by reflection. Clear? Okay. Here one point we should remember: when the reflected light will be completely polarized. Yes, reflected light will be completely polarized. The angle between the reflected ray and refracted ray is 90 degree. Angle between the reflected ray and refracted ray is 90 degree. Yes, reflected and refracted ray is 90 degree. Clear? Now, based on this polarization by reflection, Brewster's law. State and prove Brewster's law. They will ask 5 marks question or 3 marks question. State and prove Brewster's law. Now I am going to define the prove the Brewster's law means I am going to mark the rays. I am going to take PO is the incident ray. PO is the incident ray. OR is the reflected ray. OR is the reflected ray and OS is the transmitted ray. Yes, and OS is the transmitted ray. I am going to mark. Okay. Now, according to law of reflection, we know that angle of incidence is equal to angle of refraction. Angle of incidence is equal to angle of reflection. Angle of incidence is equal to angle of reflection. Means this will be theta p. Means this is also what? Theta p. You can remember. Yes, sir. Now, Brewster's law statement. Simple. First you should write the statement. The refractive index, now I am going to write Ri. Refractive index of the reflecting medium. Refractive index of the reflecting medium is equal to, the refractive index of the reflecting medium is equal to tangent of the polarizing angle. Tangent of the polarizing angle. Polarizing angle. This is what statement of the Brewster's law. You should keep in mind. Keep in mind. The refractive index of the reflecting medium is equal to the tangent of the polarizing angle. Yes, no, tangent of the polarizing angle. Here, refractive index means I am going to take what? N. Refractive index means I am going to take N, small n. Tangent of the polarizing angle means tan. Here, polarizing angle is what? Theta p. At a particular angle of incidence at which the reflected light will be completely polarized. Reflected light will be completely polarized. That angle of incidence we are going to cut as what? Polarizing angle. N is equal to tan theta p. This is the statement. Ri of the refractive index of the reflecting medium is equal to tangent of the polarizing angle. If they ask for 2 marks, state Brewster's law means we have to write the statement 1 marks, formula 1 marks. If they are going to derive, if they are going to ask the derivation, simple derivation, keep in mind, from the diagram or from the figure, polarization by reflection. We know that the straight line MON, how much angle? 180 degree. No, we can take from figure MON is equal to what? MOR. First angle is what? MOR. Second angle is what? ROS. Second angle is ROS. Next one is SON. Yes, SON. We can write MON is equal to MOR plus ROS. MON plus ROS plus SON. Now MON is how much? 180 degree. MON is 180 degree. Now MOR is how much? Theta p. MOR is theta p. Now ROS, already I told, ROS, angle between the reflected ray and refracted ray. When the reflected light is completely polarized, the reflected and refracted rays are perpendicular to each other. Reflected and refracted rays are perpendicular to each other. Means we can write this will be what? 90 degree. SON is what? SON is angle of refraction, R. Now I am going to take this theta p plus 90 here only. Theta p plus R. Theta p plus R. This 90 comes to this side means what? 180 minus 90. This is going to become 90 degree. Now R is equal to 90 minus theta p. R is equal to 90 minus theta p. Now we can take from Snell's law. We know that already from ray optics chapter. Snell's law means what? The ratio of sine of the angle of incident to the sine of the angle of refraction is equal to the refractive index of the medium. Means N is equal to sin I by sin R. N is equal to sin I by sin R. Now sin I means angle of incidence is what? Polarizing angle only. In place of I, that will be theta p, sin theta p. Now, in place of sin r, we can write sin of r means what? 90 minus theta p. 90 minus theta p. Now, this will be sin theta p by 90 minus theta. Sin 90 minus theta is what? Cos theta. Sin theta p by cos theta p. Now, sin by cos is what? Tan theta. N is equal to tan theta p. This is the derivation. Okay, the refractive index of the reflecting medium is equal to the tangent of the polarizing angle. That's what tangent of the polarizing angle. Diagram will be important. We should write the diagram will be properly. Now this is what? Unpolarized light. Means we have to show the both parallel and perpendicular vibration. Now particular angle of incident at which the reflected light will be completely polarized means there is only perpendicular vibration. Okay, this is polarized. We should show polarized light only. Now the refracted, what will happen? Partially polarized. It has both parallel and perpendicular vibration or any one. You have to show here both. Only one. Partially polarized. Now we have to remember in mind, when reflected light will be completely polarized, angle between the reflected and refracted ray is 90 degree. Clear? Then I am going to go for the derivation. MON will be 180 degree. MON is what? Sum of MOR plus ROS plus SON. I am going to write MOR is theta p, ROS is 90 already we told. Then SOR is R. This 90 comes to this side, 180 minus 90, 90. Theta p plus R is equal to 90. R is equal to 90 minus theta p. This one I am going to substitute in the Snell's law. In Snell's law, M is equal to sin A by sin R. I is what? Means polarizing angle theta p. R is what? 90 minus theta p. Sin theta p, sin of 90 minus theta cos theta. Sin theta p by cos theta p is what? Tan theta p. Clear? Now, one more question here. One more question they will ask for 5 marks. Show that reflected and refracted rays are perpendicular. Our angle between the reflected and refracted ray is 90 degree. Okay, they will ask for 5 marks. Show that reflected and refracted rays. Reflected and refracted rays are perpendicular. Okay, so that angle between the reflected and refracted ray is 90 degree. Means we have to prove that ROS is equal to 90 degree. Yes, sir. We should prove that angle between the ROS will be 90 degree. Simple derivation from Snell's law first. From Snell's law, N equal to what? Sin A by sin R. N equal to sin A by sin R. Here I is what? Angle of incidence means polarizing angle. Theta p. Theta p. Sin theta p by sin R. Next, this one I am going to take equation 1. Next, Brewster's law. From Brewster's law. From Brewster's law, N is equal to tan theta p. Brewster's law is what? N equal to tan theta p. I can write here tan theta p is what? Sin theta p by cos theta p. N will be sin theta p by cos theta p. This one I am going to take equation 2. When I am going to equate equation 1 and 2. When I am going to equate equation 1 and 2, when I am to equate sin theta p by cos sin r, sin theta p by sin r is equal to sin theta p by cos theta p. This sin theta p will cancel. Now cos theta p is equal to sin r. Cos theta p is equal to what? Sin r. That's why I'm going to transfer it. Cos theta p is equal to sin r. Now this sin r I'm going to write in terms of cos. This sin I'm going to write in terms of what? Cos. This sin I'm going to write in terms of cos what? Cos of 90 minus theta. Yes, sir. Sin theta is equal to cos of 90 minus theta. This sin r I'm going to write cos of 90 minus r. Sin r I'm going to write cos of 90 minus r. Now this cos and cos will cancel. Now theta p is equal to 90 minus r. Now this minus r comes to this side. Theta p plus r is equal to what? 90. Theta p plus r is equal to what? 90 degree. Yes sir. Theta p plus r is equal to 90 degree. Now again come to the triangle. Figure MON. Angle MON is equal to angle MOR plus ROS, MOR plus ROS plus SON. MOR plus ROS plus SON. MON is what? Straight line, 180 degree. MON 180 degree. MOR theta p plus ROS only we have to find plus SON is what? R. SON is R. Now theta p plus R. Theta p plus R is how much? 90 degree. Now 180 is equal to theta p plus R plus ROS. This theta p plus R is how much? 90 plus ROS is equal to 180. This 90 comes to this side, minus 90. 180 minus 90 is what? 90. Therefore ROS, angle ROS is equal to 90 degree. This angle is how much? 90 degree. When this angle will be 90 degree, reflected and refracted light, reflected and refracted light will be perpendicular to each other. Yes, sir. Reflected and refracted light will be perpendicular to each other. Again, this question they will ask for 5 marks. Okay, simple derivation we can take Snell's law. In place of I, we can write polarizing angle theta. Same way, you can already know Brewster's law, N equal to sin theta p by cos theta. Both we can make it. We will get theta p is equal to 90 minus r, or theta p plus r is equal to 90. Clear? Then we can take the straight line, MON. MON is what? MOR plus ROS plus SON. We can substitute, we will get ROS is equal to 90. When we get ROS is equal to 90 degree, we can say angle between the refracted and reflected light is 90 degree. Yes, sir. Reflected and refracted light is 90 degree. Clear? Clear? Okay. Now, one small question, 2 mark question, Malus law. Malus law. M-A-L-U-S. Malus law. Malus law. Simple statement we can write first. Statement will be simple. The intensity of the light transmitted from analyzer, intensity of light transmitted from analyzer intensity of the light transmitted from analyzer is directly proportional to square of the cosine of the intensity of the light transmitted from the analyzer is directly proportional to square of the cosine of the angle between polarizer and analyzer axis. Okay, the intensity of the light transmitted from the analyzer is directly proportional to square of the cosine of the angle between the polarizer axis and analyzer axis. This is what statement of the Malus law. Yes, now this is the statement of the Malus law. Now we can discuss what is this statement is going to say. Okay, clear? Simple one. See here. I'll come to the formula later. Last class we discussed how the polarization is going to be takes place. First, what we are going to do? We are going to take unpolarized light. Unpolarized light we are going to take. This unpolarized light, when we are going to incident on a polarizer, so we are going to incident on a polarizer. Okay, here intensity I am going to take I. Okay, when I am going to incident on a polarizer, this is what polarizer P. When I am going to incident on a polarizer, what is the light coming through this? This will be what? Polarizer light will be. This is what polarizer light. Here the intensity I is, here intensity is going to decreases by half. Means this one I am going to take. Otherwise, this is take I naught. This will be I. I means what? I naught by. This is what? I naught by. Now, again, I am going to take one more polarizer. That one we can say analyzer. One more polarizer. That one we can say analyzer. That one we can say analyzer. This is polarizer. This one, when I am going to rotate, here when I am going to place like this, both it will be parallel. Here also, we will get the same light only. We will get same light, intensity will get I only. Here, observe properly. When I am going to rotate this one, I am going to change the angle of the analyzer. What will happen? The intensity here is going to become decreases. As the intensity is going to become decreases. As the intensity is going to become decreases. Again, I am going to change like this, and I am going to place perpendicular like this. When I am going to place perpendicular like this. When I am going to place like this, here what will happen? The intensity I dash is going to become 0. Yes, sir. Intensity of light is going to become what? 0. This one statement is given by what? Malus law. Yes, sir. This statement is given by Malus law. Simple one. The intensity of the light transmitted from the analyzer. Yes, sir. Intensity of the light transmitted from the analyzer. What I am taking? I dash. This is polarizer. This is what? Analyzer. Okay. The intensity of the light transmitted from the analyzer. That is what? I dash. I dash. Okay, is directly proportional to square of the cosine of the angle. Yes, no, square of the cosine of the angle means square of the cosine means cos square theta between polarizer and analyzer axis. Yes, no, between the polarizer axis and analyzer axis. This is what Malus law. Yes, no, this is what Malus law. This proportionality constant we can remove by What the proportionality constant depends means the intensity of the light incident on the analyzer. This proportionality constant depends upon the intensity of light incident on the analyzer. Intensity of the light incident on the analyzer is what? I or I naught by 2. This will be I into cos square theta, or I dash is equal to I naught by 2 into cos square theta. This is what malus. Okay, intensity of the light transmitted from the analyzer I dash is directly proportional to square of the cosine of the angle cos square of the cosine of the angle between the polarizer and analyzer axis. This is polarizer and analyzer axis. Simple. When you are going to place parallel, this one I am going to place parallel. Theta will be 0. When theta will be 0, I dash will be maximum because cos square theta. Cos 0 will be 1. When I am going to increase to 90 degree. Square of 90. When I am going to place perpendicular, theta will be 90. When theta will be 90, cos 90 will be 0. Intensity will be 0. Same as here. When I am going to place perpendicular, here intensity will be 0. This one we are going to call as what? Malus law statement and formula we have to remember. Okay? Simple. When I am going to light incident light on the polarizer, intensity will be I naught, unpolarized light. Here this will be polarized light. Decreases by half. This is analyzer. We can check this will be polarized or not. This will be polarized or not. When I am going to place a polarized, perpendicular to polarized. When I am going to place an analyzer parallel to polarizer, intensity will be I naught by 2 only. When I am going to place parallel, I naught by 2 only. When I am going to place perpendicular, intensity is going to become 0. That is what malus law. Clear? Thank you.